After our last episode, Michael Patrick King announced that the show was over and that this wasn't a new development. This was something he just had decided not to tell anyone until now. We're sceptical about that. Our colleague Jasper Leake is going to read the statement. Let's hear it, Jasper.
Okay. And just like that, the ongoing storytelling of the Sex and the City universe is coming to an end. While I was writing the last episode of And Just Like That, Season 3, it became clear to me that this might be a wonderful place to stop. Along with Sarah Jessica Parker, Casey Bloys and Sarah Aubrey, we decided to end the popular series this year. Just remember the popular series bit. With a 2-part finale and extended the original series order from 10 episodes to 12. SJP and I held off announcing the news until now because we didn't want the word final to overshadow the fun of watching the season. It's with great gratitude we thank all the viewers who have let these characters into their homes and their hearts over these many years. Michael Patrick King.
Fantastic. Now when do I get the last chapter?
You have the last chapter.
So then I grabbed a few responses to that post from Instagram. The first one is from GSAG. Popular series, 4 question marks. OMG, the delusion. Sex and the City was a popular series, and this is a shadow of that series. It's the generic brand, it sucked. And it only became popular because people were hate watching it so they can talk about it on their podcasts.
It's so true.
That is so true.
I mean, this is a great contribution to, to debate. It's spawned a whole cottage industry of people talking about how terrible it is,
yes.
including us.
Yeah. I mean, we are living proof of GSAG's wisdom right now.
Right on.
Okay, next one is from Justin DiPiero. We don't want it to end. We want it to be better. Is that true?
I agree.
Yeah.
I would keep watching it, even though it's so terrible.
Yeah, well, I suspect that this came to quite a sharp end.
So you think it's actually a mercy killing? Someone at HBO has gone, Michael, stop.
Absolutely. Just so much money has been spent. Everyone's had a lobotomy.
They need to take some lessons from, Days of Our Lives or something where drama happens.
Yeah.
And then people can react to that.
This one's from Mr. Teddy Bear Grr.
Is that you?
Can you just release a series only about Samantha in London that we
Yes.
actually enjoy?
So good. What a great call.
Oh my God, hire that
You're with Mr.
poster
Teddy Bear
now.
Grr.
Yeah.
Holy crap.
Mr. Teddy Bear knows what he's
You
talking
know
about.
what? I feel like Kim Cattrall's got that in her
I would
too.
watch that
She
for
would
sure.
go, sure.
Yeah.
If it's just me doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
That's the other thing about Michael Patrick
Yeah.
King saying, I've decided to end this. There is no way he would have decided independently to end this show because he's never shown any ability to resist the money. That's the difference about Kim Cattrall, right? She was like, no, there's no amount of money you can give me. I'm not going to be in this.
That's a good segue to the next one from Danielle R. Clark. MPK has blood on his hands for this. He is ultimately accountable for the poor quality of the writing and disjointed plot lines.
Yes.
He was
agree.
brilliant with SATC, but I couldn't help but wonder if someone else ran the show, it would have been better.
Wow. Darren Star.
Yeah. Well,
Blood on
maybe
his hands.
That's a little bit much.
It's pretty heavy. Look, if you go and listen to their podcast, you can see they live in a little echo chamber where everything they do is spot on, right?
She probably makes her stuffing with white bread and has NPR on instead of football.
The Sex and the City premise is that even though it's difficult, that the main characters still believed in love and they still wanted to end up with someone. And just like that has ended with Carrie, finding peace in being by herself, dumping a perfectly good boyfriend in Aidan, having a fling with this very unattractive English dork who lives downstairs and then, not
smokes a
surprisingly, not surprisingly getting dumped by him.
Yeah.
And then it's like, well, why doesn't the world understand that it's okay for me to be alone? It's kind of not. I mean, I don't want to sound like a trad wife here, but actually isn't the point of life to ultimately end up with someone who loves you and have a fulfilling relationship?
Is it a statement that it is okay in this day and age to be by yourself, that your friends are your family and you don't need somebody else to, make yourself feel good and build you up and all those types of things? And maybe it is the ultimate sort of feminist statement that women can do it all by themselves, which you can actually, have a baby by yourself now and you can be okay alone. But
Yeah, but I mean...
But it's still like, for me, everybody wanted her to end up with somebody. Like, this is why we watch TV. We want the happy ending.
Well, gosh, that's not the way I thought this was going to go.
Yeah, because she doesn't make being alone look that fabulous.
Yeah.
She's hanging around in this apartment or house by herself. She doesn't seem to be doing things that actually make her happy, and she doesn't seem happy. She's turned into a complete bitch.
She's really depressed and she's really mean to her friends, particularly Miranda. The only thing that lifts you up are the clothes. You're like, what's she wearing? But then it's mostly, she's pretty mopey. If you compare her to, Sex and the City, Carrie, this is a completely different person. They've all changed. I mean, of course people change in life, right? But I would say most of these characters have had a radical personality overhaul.
I agree. The great thing about Carrie was her laugh, her smile. She was so infectious and so lighthearted all the time. Even when things were difficult, she could pull herself out of it.
$1,000 on shoes and I have no place to live? I will literally be the old woman who lived in her shoes.
And Just Like That ended with the death of her husband. The first episode was a funeral. And she was very, very sad. And over 3 seasons, we've kind of seen her pull herself out of the sadness a little bit. But she still seems very dark. Do you think they know that, the show creators, or is it a reflection of where Sarah Jessica Parker maybe has ended up, that actually she's a bit more grumpy than she was when she was 35?
I listened to Michael Patrick King and his, cast of amazing, talented writers. Now, look, yes,
they're not though. They're not. They're not amazing, talented writers. They're terrible.
But you can still they're able to sort of, I don't know, there is still sparks of, great writing through this. Absolutely.
Shouldn't they have sacked all those people and hired Lena Dunham?
Yeah, but I don't know. I think the thing is the quality of the writing you can see, say, in Seema and Adam's relationship. But the problem is we're not watching this for them. So even though you've got this sort of beautiful, sort of side romance happening, we don't really care for them. Like, I've often thought about this Seema and Adam storyline. It's, really tightly, sort of beautifully presented, but I'm not there with them.
They haven't done good enough character development on those people, I think. Like, we don't know anything about Seema's backstory.
Yeah.
Where did she grow up? How did she make her money? Why is she single?
And
Adam's a gardener who just suddenly popped up and took his shirt off, and that's all they've done to establish him as a character.
Yeah. And Lisa Todd Wexley's dad died twice.
I know. So they introduce her as a character who's mourning her father.
Yeah.
And then 3 years later, they
does
decide,
again.
here's a great plot twist. Let's have her father die.
Yeah.
And we'll have a funeral.
Yeah.
That is inexcusable.
Yeah.
These are the writers. This is what they've done.
Yeah. So I think where you can sort of see where all their heads are at, particularly Michael Patrick King, who in one of the podcast episodes gets really excited about the fact there's a puppet featured in one of these episodes. Yeah. And do you know how long it took to make that puppet?
Please.
7 months. It took 7 months.
I could have made that for them.
And the other thing that Michael Patrick King revealed, that it cost so much money, it was almost like an actor's wage.
Oh my God.
On the series.
Well, this is what's happened. They've become so rich and privileged, not only the characters, but the actors and producers, I think, that they've completely lost touch with what ordinary people think about.
You are so fabulous. Oh, well, that was never in question.
You said earlier you didn't think that the And Just Like That has tarnished the legacy of Sex and the City.
No.
I'm interested in why not, because frankly, I really wondered about the legacy of Star Wars when I saw Jar Jar Binks. It is possible to wreck your original creation with what comes next,
Yeah. But I think these two, they're two separate worlds, right?
One of the people who's missing from And Just Like That is Darren Star, who created the original Sex and the City. He was listed as the creator, whatever that means. Before that, he had created Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place, which were era-defining shows in their time. He's not involved in And Just Like That. He's off making Emily in Paris, which is has flaws of its own, but certainly does seem to have connected with young people today in a way that he would want, in the way that his other shows did.
Yeah, I think Darren Star is a key creative that is missing from this franchise, and so is Pat Field. Patricia Field is iconic, of course. She was the power behind, Carrie's clothes. No, all the main characters' clothes, I should say. I really feel like there's an opportunity here for a curious investigative journalist to do a deep dive on why exactly it went wrong.
We've got Hedley Thomas.
Yeah, I think we should get Hedley.
He's done enough murders.
Yeah.
I think we can find who killed Sex in the City.
Oh, yeah, yeah.